Hello friends! This week's topic has come up so many times, I've decided to do a video about it. If you give me 5 minutes, I'll give you 5 things that will help you start your own peer advisory group. The first thing that you want to think about is selecting members and how many members you should actually have in your group. You probably want to pick people that you already know and like, that are in your business community. You want to pick people that have different networks of relationships than you do. And you also want to pick people that are not in competing roles. So if you're in banking or insurance, you probably don't want to pick another banker or insurance person to be in your peer advisory group because you don't want a competitive situation. You also want to pick people that are influencers. They need to be well connected in their community and passionate about what they do for a living. Those are the kinds of people that will be able to help you in your journey. And the last thing is a broad life experience is ideal. So some of the younger and some of the older people, you probably want some people around your age, but you probably want some people that are 5 to 10 years older than you so that you can learn from their experience. The next important thing when setting up your first peer advisor group is to consider the expectations that you need to set for your members. As you reach out to them, you're going to want to paint the picture of what this is going to be like. That we're going to meet on a regular basis, that we're going to come together to work on our businesses instead of in our businesses, let's say it's a monthly meeting, that you don't miss that monthly meeting, that they schedule the time. It's a great idea to set up a recurring appointment on the calendar to have that meeting so that they know when it's coming for the rest of the year and they are making a choice to miss it. I get that things come up, personal emergencies, things like that. But generally, you should be able to make 10 out of 12 meetings a year without a problem. The other thing you want to think about is non-disclosure agreements. You want to set that expectation up front as well, that everybody's going to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Some of the people that you have come into your group might be part of a publicly traded company. And that will make those people feel much better about sharing what's going on because they don't want to get into any kind of situation legally by sharing something in your group that could be misconstrued as insider trading knowledge or anything like that. So NDAs are a very important thing to have in place. The next point number 3, is the logistics. How often are you guys going to meet? Are you going to meet monthly or twice a month? What's the format going to be? Are you going to meet at coffee? It's kind of hard to meet for coffee in a public place and talk about things that really, really matter with people around you. So it probably needs to be something where maybe the members host and do a round robin thing each month. That's what most of my groups do, is that it's a round robin hosting situation and whoever is hosting actually buys lunch for the group. And so how long is the meeting? Do you meet from 11 to 2? That's how long one of my groups meets, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of time. But the reality is, if you follow the process that I'm going to talk about in points 4 and 5, it takes a little bit of time to check in and process issues together. And that's the point of the meeting. Those groups probably should be a once a month because it does take some time and we're all busy. But those logistics of how long is the meeting, when is the meeting, and what's the format of the meeting, you want to think about ahead of time and make sure that it's in a quiet enough environment and a private enough environment that you can get the work done. The fourth thing to think about is how you open a meeting, and that's part of setting the expectations of how this is going to work. So my recommendation would be to open the meeting with a formal process because that sets the tone for the rest of the meeting. And a simple way to do that is with a check-in process. And point number 5, my favorite part of a peer advisory group, is the issue processing. This is different than anything else you've ever done in a networking event, a chamber event, all the things that you could be involved in. A peer advisory group where you're processing issues with other seasoned professionals that have been there, done that, that's the value of having a peer advisory group. And because you have a non-disclosure agreement in place, you're more comfortable sharing what's really going on that you need help with. And if you like the idea of the check-in process and how to process issues, I've done another video that's about 8 minutes long. I'll include that below in case you're wanting to hear more details about those processes. And I hope you got some value out of this today. This topic has come up so many times over the past 3 months as we're moving back into getting together in person and people are wanting to look at effective ways to grow their network and grow their business in the next couple years. And I thought, gosh, it's time to do a video about this, to talk about setting up your own peer advisory group. It has been a crucial part of my business for the last 15 years plus, longer than that, but 15 years at least. Have a great day. If you liked this video, please act on that and like or comment on YouTube or subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And I hope you're having a great week. Talk to you soon.